Yasharala. It's your baby brother, your Hakarab, coming at you with another quick hit. Before I start, let me say, Call Elohim La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Chodash. And double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And to the rest of the brotherhood on down that's teaching and preaching this truth, the truth of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Shalom Bayata Dawada. And to the Akim and Akwati that's out there repenting, Shalom to you, Mashbaka. Shalom. Now I'm going to let this brother tell a bit of truth he was doing, and then I'm going to bring out some precepts. Because he was speaking the truth, and then he had to tell a lie. But he was doing good at first, so let me just let it play. And I'm going to bring out some scripts. Bring out these beautiful scriptures. This is not Jesus. That's right. Did you hear what I just said? He ain't Jesus. He sure ain't Jesus. That's not Yahweh Shah. His name ain't no J-E-S-U-S, C-R-H-A-S-T. That's not his name. His name is Yahweh Shah. And that ain't Yahweh Shah. Talk this! Oh, I'm gonna hit hard. Baal prophets took this and made it look like them. And then use scripture. Servants, obey your masters. And taking that scripture, they manipulated and made themselves that master that the Bible was talking about. That's right. So if you want to talk about terrorism, racism is terrorism. If you got me looking up to white people to think they are superior and look down at myself as a black man to teach me that I'm inferior, that is terrorism. So what Satan preachers done, that's right. They made it see it don't matter what color God is. Because we don't know. That's right. We don't know what color God is. That's right. Gotta stop him right there. Gotta stop him right there. Now let's get into these scriptures. Because now he just told a lie. Let's get these scriptures. But first, let me start off by this as an opener. Let's go to Isaiah 28 and verse. So I'm going to start at 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line. Here a little and there a little. Why? Because what happens when we do that? What happens when we go through these precepts? Let's get it real quick. Psalms 119 and 104. Through thy precepts I get understanding. What? Through thy precepts I get understanding. Therefore I hate every false way. So he was doing good, but when he went to and said that we don't know, you're a lie. That's a lie. Because we do know through these precepts, we know. So let's go into these scriptures and let's pull them up and let's see. Let's go walk through the scriptures and let's find out if we know what our Father Yahweh look like. Let's find out. Let's find out. Bear with me, Yasharala. Let's go through these precepts. Let's grab Hebrews 1 and verse 3. Let's hit these points in these precepts just to make it snappy. Hebrews 1 and 3. Who being the brightness of his glory and the express image of his person, and upholdeth all things by the word of his power, when he had by himself purged our sins, sat down on the right hand of the majesty on high. So who being the brightness of his glory and express image of his person? Who? You already know. If you don't know, I'm going to tell you. Yahweh Shah. Just a quick hit. Let's get another one. Colossians 1 and verse 15. Because don't let nobody tell you we don't know what the Most High look like. That's a lie. Colossians 1 and 15. Who is the image of the invisible power, Yahweh? The firstborn of every creature. So who is the image of the invisible power? Yahweh. Who is the image of him? The firstborn of every creature. That's who. Now who is the firstborn of every creature? Let's get the precept. Because through thy precepts I get understanding. Therefore we hate every lie. We hate every false way. We hate all lies. So let's get it. Let's pull the precepts out. Who is the firstborn of every creature? Let's get it. Proverbs 8 and 22. The Lord Yahweh possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or ever the earth was. When there was no depths, I was brought forth. When there was no fountain abounding with water, before the mountains were settled, before the hills was, I brought forth. While as yet he had not made the earth, nor the fields, nor the highest parts of the dust of the world. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he set a compass upon the face of the deep. When he established the clouds above. When he strengthened the fountains of the deep. When he gave the sea his decree, that the waters should not pass his commandment. When he appointed the foundations of the earth. Then I was by him, as one brought up with him. And I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him. So who is that? That's the firstborn of all his creatures. That's the firstborn of all the Most High creations. And that's Mashiach Yahweh Shah. Period. It's a quick hit, but let's continue. Let's go to 2 Corinthians. We're going to go to chapter 4. But we're going to read up some. We're going to start at 2. Just for edification. But now I got to start from the top. Therefore, seeing we have this ministry, As we have received mercy, we faint not, but have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty, not walking in craftiness, nor handling the word of Yahweh deceitfully, but by manifestation of the truth, commending ourselves to every man's conscience in the sight of Yahweh. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the power of this world had blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Mashiach, who is the image of Yahweh, power Yahweh, should shine unto them. So who is that? Who is that glorious image of Yahweh? Who has been made unlike unto the invisible power? Who? Yahweh Shah. So don't let nobody tell you we don't know what our Father Yahweh looked like. Let's go. Revelations 1 and verse 14. Don't let nobody tell you that. Salakia. Revelations 1 and 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, meaning the hair on his head is white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, that's brown, as if they burned in a furnace, that's dark brown, and his voice as the sound of many waters. Let's go. Daniel. Let's get another account of Mashiach. Start at 5. Daniel 10 and 5. Then I lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz. His body also was like the beryl, and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet, and his what? And his arms and his feet, like in color, meaning it was the same color, to polished brass. Now, what was that polished brass? As if it burned in a furnace, meaning dark brown. And the voice of his words was like the voice of a multitude, meaning his voice was he had a deep voice. Let's go to Daniel 7 and verse 9. Let's find out what the Most High looked like. 7 and 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. So who got woolly hair? Mashiach Yahweh Shah do. And who also got woolly hair? The Father Yahweh. And his throne, like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. So what color is Mashiach hair? White and woolly. What color is the Most High's hair? White and woolly. Now let's go here, a couple more. St. John 1 in verse 18, and we're going to finish it off with the best one of them all. St. John 1 and 18. No man has seen Yahweh at any time. The only begotten Son, which is in the bosom of the Father, he had declared him. Let's go to it real quick. St. John, the last one. St. John 14. And we're going to start at, we'll start at 6. Because Mashiach go go tell you. So don't never let nobody tell you we don't know what our Father Yahweh look like. St. John 14, start at 6. Yahweh shall said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. If ye have known me, ye should have known my Father also. And from henceforth ye know him, and have seen him. Philip said unto him, Lord, Yahushua, show us the Father, and it suffice us. 14:9, Yahushua said unto him, Have I been so long time with you, and yet hast thou not known me, Philip? He that hath seen me had seen the Father. And how sayest thou then, show us the Father? So, what do Mashiach look like? Well, we know what he look like now. Can't nobody tell us, oh, we don't know what he look like and all that. You can't tell us that no more. And you can't put no false image in our face no more either. So we know what our Father Yahweh look like. And we know what our big brother Yahweh shall look like. Because he said, I look like my Father. I look like our Father. Period. So let's go back and hit some more what he got to say, and we're going to end it off. And I just let him say what he going to say. But I'm going to say, Shalom, Yasharallah. Bear with me. And we don't care. But if I got a different agenda, and I see that you are religious, I got to manipulate religion to see what I can get out of you. So Satan messengers made Jesus white. And some made him black, some made him yellow, some made him brown. But the majority made him white. That's right. And what they did with the so-called white Jesus was use imagery. That's right. So people of color can look at the preacher, can look at the image, and notice that the preacher in the image resemble. And then make them believe that bowing to Jesus is bowing to the preacher. That's right. But see, that's why when you read, that's why I'm gonna go back. Let's read that again. That's why let me read this again. And I'm gonna just end it off. I'm gonna just end it off because I don't want to hear no more of this shit. Because that's driving you to something. That's driving you just to be simple. You know. But that's why the scripture read in 2 Corinthians 4 and verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. Who painted up that false image? Who did it? If they painted up themselves, who did it? Because what did Job say? What did Job say? Let's get it. Job. What did Job say? 9. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered up the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So who covered up the face of the true judge? And they painted up themselves. Who did it? He said the wicked. Now, why won't he bring this out if he's supposed to be a well-informed minister of the Most High? Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Why won't he bring it out and explain and tell who these fucking people is that did this? He's sitting back saying Satan did it. Satan ain't painted that image. Now the Satan followers, they painted that image. But Satan ain't painted that image. His people, those that serve him, painted that image. Now who are these people that painted that image? That false image. And they look just like this image. Who is that? Who are they? Who is it? Who is it? This is who it is, and I'm going to end it off with this. This is who that is. This is that wicked that painted up wicked that look like this false image. Let's get it. Malachi 1 and 4, and I'm going to end it off, Yasharala. Malachi 1 and 4. And whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh have indignation forever. That's who did it, the Edomites. So who is that? The Edomites. Who are the people that look like that? The Edomites. Period. Shalom, Yasharala. Shalom.